Factor. Cheat on the news.
You are!
There it is.
Oh yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh yeah! Good morning!
And welcome to episode 1126 of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Wes has, I didn't check with him before I put this on my paper, but a lot of black news in the coffee. Is that what's happening?
Black cocks, to be specific, Will.
Okay, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Black
What do you
creamer
mean?
Ox.
No
Yeah,
creamer.
you're
in
going
this
to find
coffee.
out. You're going to find out. Real good.
Okay. Yeah, taking it black today. Pat's got a sore loser in politics on deck.
It's pretty insane what this New Mexico politician did when he lost.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Also, I'm on a new antidepressant today, and the verdict's out, but I think it's making me a little gay. I don't know.
Oh, like different than Cristiano Ronaldo gay? You looking at other guys?
I spent a lot of time watching Ronaldo videos today. I mean, I'll keep you updated as I go. It is day one on this new med.
Is that
Okay.
pro cock?
Well,
It's not pro cock.
is it birth control, or did you get off birth control? Because that's what the lesbians claim.
No, I got off Prozac and got on this one, but I'm feeling just a little gay today. I mean, I'll keep you updated, guys. Again, at day one.
Nice.
You know,
Like
so.
a
All right.
finger in your ass. Well, let's
Please
wait
do
a
keep us
couple days.
updated.
It's
It
day
could
one.
be breaking news. We just covered a recent story where others claim this.
Just feeling a
same
little bit
phenomenon.
gay, a little gayer than normal today.
I love
Well,
it.
medicine can do that to you. Apparently,
Sometimes you have a day.
I'm in the hole today with some absolutely unbelievable news clips out of Colorado and England, and then Mark's got an unusual romance to close this show out.
Let's end it with love.
Yeah, please.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's a gay romance, Pat.
Yeah.
No, it's
Wow.
not. It's not. It's not.
Oh, that's
It's not.
okay.
Sorry.
Medicine's also left me very open.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Love
Good.
is love.
How to support the show? You want to fund Pat's new drug that he's
It's
trying
pretty. It's
out?
subsidized. It's pretty cheap. Will. I mean, like it's
that's
$8 a month. I mean, but yeah, like why don't you buy it for me?
Yeah. Buy it for Pat. Sign up for the Hive Hour and Florida Man Friday bonus podcast.
Buy mine, too.
Those are once a week each, so 2 extra bonus.
You don't need
pods
any
a
more
week.
pro cock, Wes.
Yeah, I know. I OD'd on pro cock a long time ago.
You got enough of that. Look at your stories today. And you also get our Discord server. That's all available at patreon.com/hardfactor. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Pods if you want to hear it read back on Friday during the Hive 5. Store.hardfactor.com for all the best merch. Comfort tees up to 4XL, and we have the logo inside the back of the neck now. Very fancy.
Dude, that's so fancy. So now, if you're out there in a thrift store, which you won't, but let's say you are, and you come across a Hard Factor tee, and you're like, "Is this legitimate?" Now you'll be able to look at the back tag and know.
That's cool.
Let's say you're Gaylord and you give up all your Hard Factor shirts. Then now they'll have tags in the back.
Wait, are you talking about how longtime
back.
listener and member
No,
of
I
the
know.
Hive
Gaylord's
wrote,
back.
wrote,
I
wrote
just
in
got
the
to
Discord
nudge him a
today?
little bit. Yeah.
Hey, why aren't your episodes as good as they were?
Yeah. Yes, that Gaylord. We hashed
And,
it out.
and then he goes, "I don't know why they're just not."
Yeah.
Thanks,
That
Gaylord.
was fun. That was fun. It was great.
Offline, he asked me,
Long-
"Do you know much about trademarks?"
Oh, nice. Long-time
Said I-
listener who we've mentioned on the show 300 times, Gaylord.
Said, "I do, Gaylord." But what was that comment about the show?
Pretty upset with the content, though. You can understand why, because we talk about him so much.
He's doing
Yeah.
great.
He's fine. We hashed it out.
Yeah, that's right.
Try some
Well-
pro cock, Gaylord.
Will, did you mention the Florida Man Friday shirt that is going to be available coming Friday?
No, I did not. But that is the shirt that you should most be excited about at store.hardfactor.com, because that is the one where Wes is putting all the bells and whistles on it. It's Pat's Florida Man Friday, like fluorescent light design. It's beautiful. It's got a teal shirt, very Florida vibes. And then Wes, he's got the Hard Factor tag on the back. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I
Wes,
worked
I
hard on
didn't-
the Hard Factor tag.
I didn't tell you this, but the original design also had a gator on the other side of the palm tree.
It's the what's the gun? What letter's the gun?
the
F.
floor. Yeah, the L. The L is a gun.
L is a handgun,
L is a
right?
gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
No,
makes
or the R. I forget.
Yeah.
I'll pull a screenshot up before the end of the show to show
Okay,
everyone.
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But guys, we got a lot of black cock to get to. So what do you say we get going?
Let's open
Let's
our
do
mouths.
it. Let's do it.
Also, want to see some nipple. You're going to see some nipple. Maybe not on this show, unless Pat wants to show it to you because he's feeling gay. Let's
Day
get
one.
into it.
Day one of the new med.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
All right, guys. Cup of coffee in the big time. First up, got a joke of the day for you. This one comes from Father Brian. That's sicko. And it's a picture joke. And here it is. It says, had no idea what to get my wife for her birthday, so checked her browser search history. She's going to love it.
It's a black
And
cock.
it's a picture of a big black cock.
Rooster.
Big black,
Black
cock.
rooster.
But a rooster. Right.
What a
She was
rooster.
searching for black cock, and he thought she wanted a rooster.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what BBC
He was
is.
mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
he's
that
gonna hate it.
ag exemption, you know?
I see. So this is the start of the black cock news.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, and boy, it sent me on a theme.
Yeah.
So
I
Father
can,
Brian's
fill,
been
I can
laying-
fill 30 minutes with black cock humor.
no problem.
Oh, definitely. Easily.
No problem.
Is Powell involved? Officer Powell?
No, Officer Powell is not involved in this one. I'm going to give him a
He
break.
needs a job. We should hire him.
We should try to get him on the show for sure. Wouldn't that be
They all got
amazing?
Fired, I guess. Right.
Yeah.
I bet we could get him. Anyway,
I'd like
speaking.
to have Powell sit down with Father Brian. Speaking of Father Brian, that would be great. To have those guys, to do a little speaking to a priest, just to like see if
Sure.
what they're thinking. Yeah.
Cheat code. Officer Powell is the guy whose dick got called out in the official police report that was released to the public about his big black dick, about the officer
You
that
guys are going to make me pull up the
banged all the cops.
custom meme with Pal.
Oh, I
Yeah.
posted it already.
Yeah,
on
just
Instagram.
do it.
All right, I'm going to pull up. You guys keep going.
I mean, what a win that is for Powell, though. For it to be in a public record.
It's pretty
Well, he
good.
can go into porn now for sure.
We got Pete. It's
Oh,
like Pete
God,
Davidson. It's like
His-
Ariel.
And his wife beat the shit out of him. Like,
Oh, right. He's married though. That's gonna throw a wrench in the porn.
I don't know about it anymore.
Absolutely. But speaking of big black cocks, Black Mamba was trending because in Africa, a 17-year-old schoolgirl in Zimbabwe was bitten while in class by one of these fucking things. It's a Black Mamba snake, one of Africa's most dangerous and largest snakes. It's called a Black Mamba because of its mouth looks like this, just a deadly mess of fangs, saliva, and black. The girl was
Gross.
rushed
Yeah.
to the nearest hospital, but died on the way after only 30 minutes before doctors could give her the anti-venom that, probably every school where a Black Mamba might bite a child should, be on hand. So RIP to Melody Chipatura. And
Melody C.
yeah, Melody C. Here we are complaining about online learning, Black Mambas generally kill their victims within 20 minutes of the bite and can travel at speeds up to 12.5 miles an hour, which is twice as fast as I can run these days. So,
You think you can
tough.
run?
I
You
mean-
think you can run 6.25 miles an hour?
for a sprint, yeah, absolutely.
Very short distance.
Very
That's,
short.
that's a normal person's job, but yeah, it's one of our sprints.
He can get there, Pat.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought I could get to 7.
Right before a fall.
Yeah. It's not going to be for long.
No,
Like,
Yeah.
10 yards.
not for long.
Yeah.
Yeah. But guys, we aren't done with Black Cocks yet.
This Black Mamba's twice as fast as me.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
He's laughing at me.
It makes rattlesnakes look just like little bitches.
No,
compared to
these
black
things are
mamba.
insanely
He's doing
huge.
quick math in his head while he's running 6 miles an hour.
What? This is so fucked up. A little girl got bit in the classroom, dude.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they didn't have the anti-venom.
Right.
Like,
Well,
That's-
in Africa, like at schools, like, well, yeah, a lot of times, especially if it's in a rural area, they're not going to be close to anti-venom. Because
Or
there's
a
not gonna be
hospital,
clinic
yeah.
there. Also, usually no doors on schools in Africa.
Yeah, I want to know where she
especially
was
in rural
sitting.
areas.
right.
She was sitting in a classroom. Like,
Yeah, but like at the front of the back of the class.
She was in
I don't know.
timeout. They put her in the snake seat. Like when you get in trouble, they put you.
That's where the mamba likes to
Yeah.
hide out.
All right,
Closest
you gotta
to the
go.
window or
Gotta
the
go to
door.
timeout.
Yeah. And so, but guys, we aren't done with Black Cocks yet. In sporting news, the fastest black cock on the planet, literally ever. No faster black cock has ever covered 100 meters or 200 meters faster while attached to a running human being than Usain Bolt's cock.
So, oh, right. We're talking about real penises now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to see a black cock crush the other black cocks in a race, go watch some of his races. Unreal. And he is in the news
fast.
because $10 million was stolen from him by local Jamaican investment company Stocks and Securities. This is from the article. The Jamaican Observer reported that Bolt apparently opened his account in 2012 He never made a withdrawal, and he put just under $10 million in this account. However, now when he went to check it, he had less than $2,000 in the account. So just poof,
Bro.
What was
10
it
million?
at the bank?
10 million is about all you can take from a sprinter. I mean, like that's the max a sprinter
Oh
can
no,
be worth. I'm pretty
Usain
sure.
Bolt is so loaded.
He's worth more than that as a
Oh
sprinter.
yeah, I got
Yeah,
some
he's like
stats
he's
for
the
you.
fastest man alive. He's the fastest man ever.
He is the
He's-
fastest man alive,
But-
but no one's ever said he's the smartest man alive.
Look at the
No, but
fastest
Puma
man
gave him-
alive.
Puma gave him so much money.
Look at the
So
fastest man
much
alive
money.
before him and check and see how much cash he had. It's
I
new.
think
It's
Usain
new.
Well, he
Michael
wasn't nearly as
Johnson-
fast as Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt's
doesn't
like a
matter.
superhero.
I
Pat,
think
he
Usain-
made $33 million in 2016 alone, and in 2018 he was the 45th highest paid athlete
What's
in the
he
world,
crying about then?
according to Forbes.
What's he crying about? Give some back to the
$10 million
community.
is fucking $10 million, bro.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
you
of
want
fuck,
that 10 million.
It's a lot of
back.
dough.
Yeah.
you know.
So who stole it from him?
Well, it was this one investment guy. More than 30 people
he's like
believed
his-
to have
his
been fleeced
portfolio
by this.
manager.
It was a wealth advisor at
Yeah.
SSL.
Oh
and
right,
now
yeah.
he's-
So it was his wealth advisor at this bank or
Yes.
whoever he trusted it with. Holy, she needs to sue them.
Yep.
Look, I lost all of your money into my account.
Right.
Yeah.
Into
By the way-
SBF or whatever. FTX.
Former fastest man, a guy that I can relate to, Tyson Gay.
Yeah,
Nice and
he's
gay.
pretty fast too.
He was, yes, he was second fastest man in the world.
He's not competing anymore, though, right?
9.69 compared to 9.58.
Well, he got beat a lot by
in the
Usain
100.
Bolt, right?
Yeah,
They were
Usain
at the
Bolt
same
crushed people.
time.
Well, I think Tyson Gay was running in like what 1980s, 90s.
No, 2000.
No, he's recent.
No, 2000s, 2010s.
Yeah, he's recent. He's a recent sprinter.
Okay.
US
but
guy.
I was-
He's post Michael Johnson and all that stuff.
Yeah, Michael Johnson would have been the last big American before Tyson Gay.
Well, look, he's got a net worth of $12 million, so I was pretty much dead on.
That's not bad.
Usain
No, Tyson.
or
Gay.
Tyson
No,
Gay?
Tyson Gay.
Saying pre Usain,
Yeah,
10
so
million.
anyone
takes you
besides
out.
any sprinter besides Usain, this is a wipeout.
Well, no, Michael
You're done.
Johnson
Yeah.
could.
Michael
could deal
Johnson
with
is rich, very rich.
this. He could
You
deal with
think?
this. Also,
Yeah,
probably Carl
100%,
Lewis too.
Yeah, he was a
No,
star of what,
Carl
the
Lewis is
'96
too early.
Olympics. He was like the golden boy of the '96 Olympics, wasn't he?
14
Yeah.
million.
Huge.
Michael
He was
Johnson
huge.
wiped out 14
yeah,
million.
see, he'd be
Global
wiped out.
superstar.
90s, they weren't paying as much, man.
Right. Yeah. Anyway,
Nike
Usain took
not
to
cutting the checks for him. Wow.
took to social media to replay this diss track he released 3 months ago called "Cryptic World." Here it is.
Where is the truth? History of evil, what is the root? Money.
So there you go. Here, what is the root of
That was it?
of evil? Money. Yeah, that's what he put out.
That sucked.
All right then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did suck.
Yeah, he's Jamaican.
Sucked.
No wonder
That
they call him
sucked
the best
ass.
rapper in the world.
Some
he
of the best
smoke
music
weed?
in the world is from Jamaica. Not that
Oh,
though.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jamaica is amazing. Does he smoke weed? I love smoking weed in Jamaica.
Oh, yeah.
I'd
Oh,
love
probably.
to smoke it with Usain Bolt.
He probably gets so high because his lungs are perfect.
Yeah.
He probably gets real high.
Yeah,
He said he
a lot of
tried pot.
vessels.
Well,
Yeah.
he tried pot when he was
Just
a
tried
child.
it. Oh my gosh, they have pretty good weed in Jamaica.
Speaking of black cocks, Todd Chrisley and his alleged beard wife Julie started their prison sentence yesterday. From CNN, the couple who last month was sentenced to prison for fraud and tax crimes reported to their assigned prisons in Florida and Kentucky before the deadline on Tuesday. Todd is serving 12 years at FPC Pensacola, and here's a picture of that jail, which ranks 14th out of the world's 50 most comfortable prisons.
Looks like
As
our
you can-
high school.
Yeah, it looks
does.
pretty nice, doesn't it? The description says it's located on the Pensacola Naval Air Station. This camp arranges its prisoners genuine employment as landscapers and gardeners around the base. They can also relax on their days off with team sports and movie nights. So, 12 years of doesn't sound too bad.
He's gonna be. He's in hog heaven. Todd Chrisley he can finally stretch his
he-
legs.
He loves it.
Yeah,
He loves
he can't
Loves it.
can't love it anymore. You know what I
Chrisley
mean?
knows butts, man. You could just spin it right into that.
Look at this nice cushy jail.
Todd, you can give it up in here, bud.
Yeah. He's not even going to show up to his parole hearings.
No, he'll be fine. Julie is going to be serving her 7 years at the FMC Lexington, which is described as an administrative security federal medical center with an adjacent minimum security satellite camp. Here's what that looks like. And also, by the way, check out the world's nicest jail in the world in Norway. I mean,
yeah,
it looks like a
Norway.
nice college dorm.
Dude, the Nordic countries have the
Yeah.
sweetest jails. You can like leave and go buy cigs like at a
TV,
corner store and come home.
refrigerator.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Nobody carries guns. I mean,
It's a
that's
hotel.
It's comfy. Yeah, it's like
What
a
kind of
Japanese
window
hotel.
is that?
Yeah, it's a window.
Sliding.
One you can
sideways.
escape from. If
It's
you
a
want.
Norwegian window. No, Mark, they don't even have. You can just walk out. There's no like.
Yeah.
You don't have to fucking. You just have to be back in your room.
Okay,
like,
see you tomorrow.
Yeah. No, you have to like go. You have to be there for like nights to go to sleep or whatever. Wake up.
What's for
But other
dinner
than
again?
that,
Fish? Is it fish?
It's just like a free apartment. Yeah.
They love
fish
their
again.
up there.
Yeah.
Speaking of swallowing, which is what Todd's going to be doing in prison a lot,
Yeah.
I came across an interesting new challenge on our least favorite social media platform, which we will not name, but actually rhymes with black cock. Yeah, how about that? And actually, this
Did
challenge
you see,
takes
though,
us.
Wes, that those bastards who we will not name are going to cut a deal with the feds to stay.
Yeah, dude.
Stay.
They're evil, man. I fucking fuck those people.
Are you talking about the feds or black cock? Both.
Black cock.
Both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, black cock.
No, just the people we won't name. Those are the bad ones.
Well, the deal. It's a deal. That's a deal right there. Those two making a deal together financially. That's shady.
And this challenge takes us back to prison. Oh, don't look now. There's Todd having the time of his life. I kid. No, this
There's no curtains in here.
this
I'm
challenge.
doing fine.
It's not so bad. It's kind of points.
He's gonna love it in there, bro. He's gonna fucking love it. I mean, he's been a closeted gay man for 55 years.
Ooh, who's this new roommate? Yeah, he will like it.
He's gonna be popular.
Yeah. No, this challenge is the last meal challenge, where people are posting what their last meal would be if they had been sentenced to die. And before I ask you guys to tell me your prepared last meals, I wanted to share some of the ones that New York Post highlighted, because boy, are they awful for the most part.
Really?
At Shy Lattes Forever said Diet Coke, chicken pad thai, saltines, and D.O. chocolate chip cookie dough. Yeah. Another one said Babe in the Woods, at Babe in the Woods, said sushi, garden salsa sun chips, which might be the worst chips in the entire world, a blue raspberry lemonade from Sonic, and a bowl of Orbeez. Okay.
I get the Sonic drink. The Sonic drink
Sure.
makes sense.
Yeah. One more. Drake Russell said a Chick-fil-A's, chicken nuggets, Arnold Palmer, half iced, half lemonade. That's what Arnold Palmer is. Thank you. Caesar salad with chicken, Dots, pretzels, and nerds. He wants a Caesar salad with chicken. So, yeah.
Chick-fil-A chicken? He
I'm
wants a
gonna get the
Chick-fil-A
chicken
sauce?
on it.
He
Last
wants
meal.
the nuggets and a
Fast food
He
salad.
wants
Was that
all
a
the chicken.
$6 upgrade? Yeah, you should do it.
Insane.
Yeah. So other people mentioned Dr. Pepper, Philly cheesesteak, Ben and Jerry's ice cream, Takis were other popular ones. So let's have a little contest. I want you guys to tell me what your best. So we're going to do an entree, a side, a drink, and a dessert.
First of all, it's not a contest because
Sure,
it's
it
your-
is a
it's-
contest.
but it's not because it's your meal.
No, but we're going to put it on the poll maybe at the end of the episode and see who wins.
Okay, but don't let that affect what you choose. 'Cause,
And Eric might be able to put a poll up live. So.
You're dying, so it's really your choice.
I will say this. I'll give like a semi-real answer, but if I had a deadly food allergy, I would ask for that and not tell anyone. I'd be like peanut butter sandwich, and then I'd just die before.
Take
Another
it away
diet
from them.
anaphylactic shock than
Yeah.
Right.
then
Then
a
they'd
teaspoon
have,
of
winning.
lethal
they'd
injection.
have to
about
deal with
winning.
that
The
shit.
injection's better than the shot. Than
No, it is not.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah,
saying
it is.
not.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
no
it would be
way.
a scene.
suffocate to death if you.
Boys,
Have
you need
hives
to,
in your throat.
But
boys,
it would,
you
be,
need,
it would be a scene. You're missing the point. It would be such a scene at the prison. They'd have to like explain it.
you need to read about lethal injections if you think they're peaceful.
Well,
Well, it's
they're
not.
not
I'm saying more peaceful than suffocating over a choke.
Yeah.
I'm
choke
saying
down.
you're gonna die either way. You might as well make a scene and be
All
like,
right, well, give me
what?
your real one.
Nachos. The best
Any
nachos.
drink, side, dessert.
I would
You wanna
say
go that far?
something extremely alcoholic, maybe like a giant frozen margarita.
Okay.
Just throwing
That
this out
makes
there
more
on the
sense
on the
than
nachos front, Mark.
on the new
It's a really dangerous pick because
Yeah, I want
To
to shit
go-
myself.
but to go nachos are almost never good.
No, yeah, I have to pick the place.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have to have control.
So Mark's going nachos and giant
Nachos, my favorite nachos, and then like a giant frozen
giant margarita. Any dessert you want to care to
No
mention?
dessert. Not a dessert guy.
No dessert.
He's skipping dessert on his last meal. Okay.
Yeah, no dessert. I'm gonna fill up on the nachos.
I'm ready to get this over with.
Pass on dessert.
No thanks.
Yeah.
All right, let's go in clockwise order. Will, what do you got?
Mine are always the same. It's filet mignon, just because it's my favorite cut of steak, and I would have a steak for my last meal. Risotto, wine, and then I had to think about the dessert, but I would go tres leches cake, just because it's so delicious.
Oh, love
Very
tres
good.
leches. Love tres leches. I'm going a tomahawk steak, bro, so I can get multiple cuts all up in that
big deal.
motherfucker.
Big boy.
Some truffle macaroni and cheese as my sign. Drink cherry limeade from Sonic. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I get the Sonic drink. Yeah.
No chocolate milk fancy?
No. Dessert, man. Ooh, like a cheesecake covered in caramel or something like that.
Okay.
Something like
That sounds good.
Yeah, we all have very similar taste. I was gonna say tomahawk steak too, but now I'm gonna go blue crabs. I'm gonna go side McDonald's fries. I'm gonna go a nice cold Beck's beer because fuck it at that point, and a like a Reese's cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory, one of these bad boys.
How much time do you think they're giving you
Factory.
blue crabs? How much time do you think they're giving you?
Not enough, Pat.
Not
enough.
nearly enough. You're gonna need
You get
3
4
hours.
crabs.
And they're gonna be overcooked and shitty. That's the problem. Is everything that you ask for is like the steak's gonna be well done. The fucking everything's gonna be shit because that's the last fuck you to you.
Fillet. I might just skip it.
They don't
I'll have a tub of peanut butter, please.
They don't typically put prisons in like culinary hubs, like pretty much like this dumbass that ordered the pad thai is gonna get some butt ass Thai food. It's gonna be
Right, because like
garbage.
if you're in Texas, this is happening in Huntsville.
What
Texas,
about like an
right?
extra
So-
large pizza from like a specific pizza place? That would be kick ass.
Oh, an XL that you could just go nuts on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about
XL
pizza.
stuffed
Choke on
crust?
it.
I thought about pizza too, but I just went with the higher class Italian stuff. It's last meal.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. And that, gentlemen, brings us to
The cream of the crop.
and guys. Today we've covered a lot of black cocks. We've covered dangerous ones, fast ones, soon to be swallowed ones, and finally we get to cover lucky ones. Let's go to the worst city in the world, San Francisco, home of my 49ers, future Super Bowl champs, unless I just jinxed them. Maybe I did. And actually, it's not just happy black
No,
cocks.
Wes. Ever since your ironic fandom for them, they've actually been playing better. I think
They have been. They really have. Every time I get on the bandwagon, they seem to excel.
Yeah,
It's
it
uncanny.
puts some wind in their sails.
It does. It does.
You know why? I think it's because their best player is Nick Bosa, and he really likes the fact that you're making fun of his city.
Probably. I like to think that too. And guys, it's not just happy black cocks we're going to talk about. It's happy black people in general, because the good people of the San Francisco and their African-American Reparations Advisory Committee have released what they feel is a great plan to pay back the city's black residents for 250 years of unfair treatment, unfair wages at the hands of Whitey. And the good people of the Reparations Advisory Committee aren't just planning on making good for 250 years of unfair treatment. They want to make black residents millionaires because their plan calls, forget this, the city to make a lump sum payment of $5 million to black residents who are at least 18 years of age, have identified as black or African American on public documents for at least 10 years. And they said, quote, San Francisco's international reputation as a shining progressive gem in the West is undermined by its legacy of mistreatment, violence towards, and targeted racism against black Americans.
I feel like they probably owe the Chinese a few bucks too.
They do.
With the
They do owe the
railroad and
Chinese
stuff and the
Yeah.
Right,
But the Chinese are buying up all the
California,
property out there.
California
There's
especially.
maybe Japan.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But
But I
yes,
think
okay.
that-
All right, 5 million. That's a lot. All right.
They already give the Chinese a lot with like inroads into their government and
Gotcha.
whatnot like that. But
Yeah.
does this mean, Wes, that like Rachel Dolezal could get
But
this?
she's from like Washington State, I think.
Close enough. She could move down, right?
Well,
You have to be a resident, right?
have to be a resident. I don't know if you have to have lived there for 10 years, but there's also a
She
few
says
more
identify
stipulations.
for 10
You
years.
think anyone like got in a car today and it's like, fuck it?
Well, listen, they're not going completely crazy. There are a few stipulations, Mark. And they said, quote, while San Francisco nor California formally adopted the institution of chattel slavery, however the fuck you say it, the values of segregation, white supremacy, and systematic repression and exclusion of black people were legacy, codified and enforced. And in addition to those requirements I already mentioned, because San Francisco has like 50,000 black residents, and you do the math, that's $250 billion. You also have to meet at least 2 additional of 8 requirements. And one of them is you have to be a resident personally or the direct descendant of someone incarcerated by the failed war on drugs, or is a descendant of someone who was enslaved through U.S. slavery before 1865.
Okay.
So-
Wait a second. So
You have to
okay,
prove
but you
you're
also
from
have to
those-
be African American, right? That's
So it's like
identify
if
as
your
course.
home was shattered because of bullshit, then
It's
it's
the
no
people
longer
that should have got reparations in the 1860s, 70s,
Right.
80s, 90s.
cool.
Descendants of them. Yeah.
And the tech billionaires are paying for this.
No, I think they want the city to pay for this.
Taxpayers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's who's
City.
paying for it because San Francisco is a really unique city in that it's a fortress of tech billionaires that cannot be penetrated unless you are I mean, like a one bedroom in San Francisco, $5,000 a month, no less than that.
Easily. Yeah.
No less than that.
It's an insanely expensive city, but they didn't stop at $5 million. No, the group also
Yeah,
suggested
$5 million could get you a nice house. That's
one bedroom studio.
Yeah, like a
Gets you a
normal
regular
house.
house. $5 million
Studio.
gets you a very regular house in
Yeah.
San Francisco.
After
Right.
taxes, it's a house.
But guys, they weren't done at $5 million. The group also suggested that the city supplement lower income recipients' incomes to meet the area median income of $97,000 for 250 years. So if you weren't getting paid at least $97,000, they're going to make up the difference. They also want debt forgiveness
That adds
for
up.
black residents, student loans wiped out, housing loans wiped
Dude, this
out,
is awesome. This
credit
is like
card
the
debt wiped
Armageddon
out.
wish list. They don't
Yeah.
want to pay taxes ever again.
Well, here's a picture
It
of
is
them
like the Armageddon
creating
wish
their
list.
list.
It's a Christmas list. I mean, like, is it? But to that point, Wes, because I know it's just a proposal at this point. Like, I mean, people are what
yeah,
are they
is
saying
this
about
is this
the
a shoot for the
passage?
moon so you get something more like 250,000 or $1 million each and stuff like that? Is that what this is?
I don't know, but the final proposal is
You
due
gotta
in
ask.
June.
You gotta ask.
That
high.
is how you do it, Mark. That is
You
how
gotta
you do it.
ask high, right?
You got to ask high for sure.
Setting the
And, you know,
anchor.
Yeah. And I actually have some behind the scenes from inside the meetings when they were doing. Here's the group of the reparations committee there for you, and I have some audio from inside the
wow.
meetings. It's pretty incredible.
All right. Now, everyone calm down here. Now, what we need to do is come up with a plan. San Francisco's been fucking us for too long. And it's our job to come up with how they're going to pay us back. Because we are the Reparations Committee. Now, does anyone have any great ideas as to how San Francisco can pay us back? I do. Yes, sir. You, sir, over there, sir. Wow. $5 million. You say $5 million. I said $5 million to everyone. Ooh, $5 million to everyone. I'm going to write that down because I like that idea.
There you go.
There you go. I mean,
That's how it was done.
Yeah, that's how it was done. So I mean, great ideas coming out of the committee, and I hope they get something from these rich tech billionaires, right, Pat? I mean,
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
I think so. I mean, look, let's try it. Why not? I'm looking at San Francisco real estate right now, and 1.3
not
million
affordable.
will get you 1,200 square foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bath house.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
1
And after
And
3
where
taxes.
at? And what part of the city is that in?
That is in Sunset District, which is a place I've never even been.
Like a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath is $2
Not
million.
great. Not great. Yeah.
To live in like the heart of San Francisco. in a
Let's say you
regular
want to live
sized
in
house.
Japantown. You
It's
want to
like
live in
multiple
Japantown?
millions.
You're looking at 1.36 million for a 1,900 square foot, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. So effectively, the American dream costs 1.3 million dollars there. That's the deal.
Right. So
but-
they're like, you need that plus to be able to
Plus
pay it
whatever
off.
your property taxes are a year. Jesus Christ.
So Wes, what would the sum total be that they would pay out if they paid out $5 million per black
Well,
resident?
I mentioned it earlier. So there's 50,000 black residents in
But they're
give or
not
take San
all
Francisco, but they don't all
direct
meet the
descendants.
requirements. Yeah,
Right.
that would be $250 billion if they paid out all the.
Let's say $50 billion.
So have they calculated what it would be? I mean, do they even have an idea? Or
I don't think they are. I think they're probably going to have to go through a bunch of fraudulent
this is-
documents first.
right. Part of setting the anchor high. I get it.
Yeah.
Right. This is
Yeah.
part of. You don't want to provide the stats.
Right.
You could
No.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is going to probably upset, some other cities who, feel that they've, maybe in the South.
It could be a domino.
Wes, I mean, yeah, the South. Speaking of the South, my wife's from the South, so she's a percentage black because her family, in the South, that's very common for people who appear to be very white to be partially African American,
Like Elizabeth Warren and the Native Americans thing.
right? But she's much more than Elizabeth Warren. I thought around 10%. It was only 5 when I checked, but I was like, do we need to drive 4 hours?
How'd you check?
I just asked her because she's had her DNA.
I didn't know if there was like a
Well, like a fat ass check.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of tests there are.
He turned on some music.
real quick.
He turned on some music. It was like twerk.
Yeah. So she dances.
That's 10%.
I don't know.
No, but like
This is all new to me. I don't know.
So the South is a great point,
Well,
Wes, because that's
If anyone
obviously-
deserves the reparations,
It's the
it's
South.
the people in the South. Yeah,
It's the
they were
South,
actually enslaved because,
Right.
as they mentioned, California didn't necessarily have the the what we understand as chain slavery, chattel slavery, as they call it. I mean, people, listen.
Any
Obviously,
slavery
there's
is
been
pretty
repression
fucking bad,
and
right?
inequality.
The South is
right.
the one that we see in
South
the movies.
is where they had it the worst. Yeah.
So, help
They
me out
also
here.
don't have enough money in the South to pay people $5 million, plus a lot more than 50,000 black
Yeah.
residents. Per
They would never
state.
suggest this in the South. Bottom
No.
line. Yeah.
So the average, property taxes in San Francisco, you're looking at $30,000 on that $1.3 million house.
Oh, it's insane. That's why they have to give them $5 million, because they would not be able to live in San Francisco and afford for that many years without $5 million. To your
That's
point,
crazy.
Matt. Like
Yeah.
that's why the value is set so high. But there's no chance. I mean, it's just too much money. There's no way it would bankrupt the city. So they'll have to figure something else out.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, we'll follow it, but the final proposal
we'll
is
follow
due in June. So they've got a few months to tweak and maybe get a little bit more realistic. But hey, if they get something out of it, good for them, right? I mean, that's
There you
go.
fucking awesome.
There you
So that's gonna do it for the cup of coffee, which is brought to you by our great sponsor, Green Chef. What is Green Chef? Well, Green Chef is a CCOF certified meal kit company. Green Chef makes eating well easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. Green Chef offers a range of recipes to suit your preferences. They expanded their menu. Now you choose from 30 recipes weekly with the option to mix and match meals from different dietary preferences in the same box without changing your plan. You can order vegan one day, keto the next. So, keeps the meals fresh. It's the #1 meal kit for eating well with dinners that work for you, not the other way around. Again, every lifestyle: keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean. In 2023, help yourself to delicious, convenient recipes that support your healthy lifestyle and taste good too. Eat well in the new year without sacrificing taste. They're sustainable too. Organic produce, premium proteins, sustainably sourced ingredients. Raise your food
Way
standards
better
in
than you would
2023.
shop yourself.
Oh,
Just-
absolutely.
Italian beef stuffed peppers, like the ones you can get at Wes's favorite and Will's favorite grocery store.
Yeah.
The big one. They
I
got
know.
that style. The pork
do
chops
have
with
those.
truffle sauce. Come
Yeah, here's one of my favorites: the fajita style spiced
Oh.
shrimp and steak tacos. Look
That's
at that.
along the lines of my last meal right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. So, really high quality stuff. So go to greenchef.com/hardfactor60 and use code hardfactor60 to get this 60% off plus free shipping. Go to greenchef.com/hardfactor60. Use code hardfactor60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. It's the #1 meal kit for eating well. Green Chef.
There you go.
Hey Pat, before we hit the next sponsor, could we pop up a live comment real quick?
Let's
Yeah,
please.
The
Yes.
DJ's in the house.
Very relevant. Pepper Life Adventures, and he's referring to the Chrisley story. Meanwhile, I did 2 years in Texas Department of Corrections for a handful of shrooms, no air conditioning, and a mandatory hard labor without a medical pass.
Mandatory
Yep.
hard labor.
Fuck.
Dude,
Chrisley's
that shit,
getting better treatment than that.
that shit freaks me out with the mushrooms, man. I think about that often because, I've gotten into mushrooms. They're great. They're amazing. They're literally more so than weed will just grow anywhere. They're a fucking
Right.
fungus, and you
In
can
the
do
ground.
2 yards in goddamn fucking in fucking Texas Penitentiary for it. That's insane.
Shout out
So
to DJ Asa, who's off the boat this week. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. Hell yeah.
And I
Donate
see
to
your
the
comment,
live
Pepper Life. DM me. I'll take you up on that bet.
Hey guys, real quick, I just want to point this out. We did a parlay this last week, and it hit. Sorry to all the members of the Hive who are also members of our Patreon and participate in our Discord server and are in the NFL parlay pool, which is a send in the car tier benefit. And I'm so sorry that you guys joined us and won cash. I'm not going to say how much because I'm 100%
There's
sure that's
the boys in total. There's a comma. I'll put it that way.
Put it that way.
It's a
It
comma.
was in the thousands.
Yeah.
Anyway, suck your money down. And I want you to keep sucking your money down in a responsible way with the NFL playoff action that's coming at you this weekend, Wolf Fool. Super Bowl 57 is impending. And guess what? The first round seeds, the number one seeds that had buys last week. We're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
We're talking about who is it? I don't pay attention to the AFC. Who was the first? Then we're talking about the Chefs. Those guys are going to battle it out for the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And I got to tell you, I forgot how amazing the NFL playoffs was. It's absolutely insane. That was like 4 of the best games I've ever seen in my life.
A lot of overs hit.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this weekend, and I'm going to be betting with our partner, DraftKings, this weekend, who's an official sports betting partner in the NFL. New customers can bet just $5 and get 200 in free bets instantly. You better believe I'm going to be doing that. Try and DraftKings out. Take it for a walk this weekend. You should too. Plus, all new and existing customers, because I'm sure I have an account there, can take a shot at an even bigger payout with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. The same game parlays are awesome. Remember, sometimes you used to try to make a bet, and it was like, you can't do that because it's in the same game. No longer. You can make it happen. Boost your NFL winnings with each leg up to 100%. Who the Eagles got this week?
Giants. Who they beat
Giants.
this week? The Giants.
Yeah, that's a
like
no-brainer.
Smash.
It's a no-brainer. All you got to do, guys, is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code HARDFACTOR. That's one word, HARDFACTOR. New customers, throw $5 down on a divisional round game. Get $200 in free bets. You see what I'm saying? So maybe throw $5 for the Eagles to beat the Giants. No-brainer. And then spend your free $200 on, I don't know, the Niners to win it all. That's what Wes would tell you.
We were also talking about a couple prop bets, like Dak Prescott plus 425 to score a rushing touchdown.
Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy to get those rushing TDs.
Just bet on both of them, and you get a double up.
Also,
one of those two, if
they're going to score one of them.
Trevor Lawrence to throw more than, I don't know, it's like 250, something like that.
Yes.
Come on.
Great props.
No-brainer. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. And look, we always, these are ad partner. They're bringing you the show today, but I'll tell you what, on the for real tip, if you're a middling NFL fan, tune into the playoffs because the product is excellent right now.
Oh,
And
get in on the wheel parlay, Pat.
get one on the wheel parlay. You can do that. You can do that by we're going to run it back. You can do that by joining our Patreon. Anyway, guys, let's get into something real quick, something kind of interesting, if you will. So there was a race all around the world.
Are we done with Black Cox? Or?
Never totally done.
For now.
But
Okay.
For now, we're done. There was a race back in November, right? It was midterm elections, and lots of elections took place. Not just the national ones, but a lot of statewide elections, lots of different smaller races. And there was a man. There was a man who ran. He was an Albuquerque man who ran.
It's like a children's book for politics.
Yes, there was a
Dr.
man.
Seuss style here.
There was a man who ran, and that man lost. It was unfortunate, but Solomon Peña lost his race. It was really sad. What are you going to do? So Solomon Peña, though, he wasn't deterred. He tweeted specifically right after he lost his race in November. He tweeted, "Trump just announced for 2024, I stand with him. I never conceded my HD14 race. Now researching my options." That's what he said. Now researching my options.
He's not giving up.
Nope, he's not giving up. There was the tweet, guys.
They should have taken note, though, from Trump when he didn't give up and how that went. Like, all the people that are like, I'm going to do it, too. It's like, well, you're not even as rich and famous as Donald Trump, so how is it going to go for you?
Well, this is back in November. He's just saying, like, look, Trump's announcing again. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to concede. I'm now researching my options. One of his options, guys, was to shoot up a bunch of local legislators' homes because he was pissed that he didn't win the election. And that's just what Solomon did. Solomon Peña shot up 4 state legislators' homes over the course of December and January.
He did it. Oh.
In one night? Oh, no.
No,
over the course of
4 separate nights.
wow.
They couldn't figure it out?
Well, okay.
Was it all people he ran against?
Yeah.
No, it was okay.
He was
So
yelling, I'm not conceding.
guys, first things first. Okay, Solomon had some documents, and I don't know what those documents were, but they were really important. And he started going to New Mexico state legislators' houses saying, "Hey, I got these documents that prove that I won my race." Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, don't believe what you hear. These documents prove it.
Take a look at these documents from my personal files.
Like the one that was pinned on his wall in that picture.
Exactly.
With a thumbtack.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about the one in the back
It's
there?
a stick figure of Solomon as the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
I'm going to look at it every day for motivation.
That's the document, man.
What did he want these people to do?
I don't
Agree
know.
with them?
Listen to him, but
Listen to him.
he's like, I got these documents, man. You got to take a look
start
at these
shooting?
documents. Okay, no, not exactly, guys. See, Solomon, before he ran for office, he did 5 years in prison for leading a burglary ring that targeted dozens of Albuquerque businesses. Now, he said
Seems
after
like a bit of a disqualifier.
well, you'd think that will, but this is 2008 when this happened, and since then he graduated from the University of New Mexico. He turned his life around. Now,
Right, he's
when
like
he,
Michael Vick style.
exactly, dogs love him. He said. Now, Peña's Democratic opponent Miguel Garcia, who currently holds the seat, he lost. He filed a lawsuit. This is when they're going into the race, trying to disqualify Peña from the ballot because it was criminal past, and the judge ruled that since Peña is qualified to vote, I guess he is under New Mexico law, felons can get voting rights restored after completing their sentence in probation parole. They said this guy can run, and this guy was really focused on the community, as we can see from his tweets, guys. Let me find a good one here. I gotta find a good one where he was talking about how important the community was. I can't find one. I can't find one at all. But look, the community was very important, guys. It was very important to him. We know that. So here's what happened.
It looks like it. All the examples you have seem like he's pretty nice to his fellow citizens.
Look, he
with all the
cares about
curse
the community,
words.
guys. So here's what happened. The police say in a statement that Mr. Peña had
It's like
four
Jay
men.
and Silent Bob. He's like just going one-on-one with, I'm the clicker. I will fuck you up.
Yeah, dude. So apparently, Peña paid four men cash and, quote, sent text messages with addresses where he wanted them to shoot the homes. On January 3rd, just before 1 a.m., this is interesting. So this is the third shooting. An automatic shot spotter. You guys know what that is?
No.
So shot spotter is something that was developed, and it's a microphone that gets put in certain areas where there are high traffic of shootings, right? So they can pinpoint, triangulate where the shooting is coming from,
Smart.
and also immediately alerts police. Like, hey, there was gunfire in this particular neighborhood,
like a downtown area, something like that.
It was originally developed for war, but it's used. It was developed to find snipers, but it's used by police all over the country. So an officer responded to the scene, and he found some shell casings, but he saw no signs that bullets had struck anything. Okay, but it was a state senator's house. Later, said she heard loud bangs. She thought it was fireworks. Around that time, the state senator's daughter, 10 years old, came into her mother's bedroom, said, quote, she believed a spider woke her up and was crawling on her face. And this is according to the criminal complaint. And Lopez took her daughter back to bed, and the daughter said, why does it feel like there's sand in the bed, Mommy?
Is it
And
glass?
it wasn't until morning that Lopez saw bullet holes in her house as she realized what had happened.
Dust
So-
from the walls.
Oh, yeah. The bullets went
Drywall.
through the 10-year-old's
Yeah.
bedroom.
Holy shit!
It was sheetrocked.
Into her bed.
What a piece
Yeah.
of shit.
There
Yeah, I
was
was gonna
some.
say at the beginning, like shooting up somebody's house is just an insane crime in general because it's like, first of all, you're probably not going to do anything. You're like in terms of hurting anybody,
the-
but you
the pet.
could potentially kill a child. Yeah.
Child, pet, the wrong target.
Yeah, so check this out, guys. There was actually dust on her face, on the child's face. So that's how bad it was. 3 shots went through her bedroom.
That's close.
Yeah, so Solomon Peña, he actually went out on that shooting, the third shooting at Linda Lopez's house.
He's like just joining these guys. He's
What
like,
an idiot.
I paid you.
Right.
I paid you to do it, but I gotta see.
Well, guys, he didn't shoot. Don't worry. The automatic rifle that he was carrying, he was rolling with an AR in the back of a car. That malfunctioned, so he didn't actually fire, but his homie did. As
a
you
pussy.
as
He
you
didn't
can
even-
tell.
yeah.
On
There's
top
his
of being
homie.
dumb, yeah.
This is homie thinking, man, this politics thing is fun. Eating some Whataburger with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pistols laid
picture.
out in front of him.
I'll tell you what though, that's a great picture.
That's a profile pic.
And a 357 Magnum in his hand.
His guns are kind of whack. Like he's got like 6 handguns, but none of them are like sick handguns. Like they're not like
Yeah, I can't really
bunch of
tell what they
plastic
have.
frames.
Yeah, one's a big revolver and then a
Some of
bunch
them
of
look like they have some bodies on them.
little guys. Yeah.
Yeah, they look
He's
well
either-
used, but they're not. Yeah.
I mean, that also doesn't look like the type of guy that's going to get a single, but that's what he did. It's just a total anomaly. Okay. single Whataburger
Right.
with cheese.
You
Okay.
assume he had the double
He had
bacon.
a few.
Yeah, he
The
just
chili
shot up a
cheese.
house.
I
Come
like
on.
4 singles.
Yeah, he's getting multiple ones.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a
order.
third, guys. Okay, so check this shit out. Shell casings from Mrs. Lopez's house. They got picked up by the cops, and about 40 minutes later, they pulled over a car driven by Jose Trulio, who you just saw eating a Whataburger, who had an unrelated felony warrant against him. And they were like, "Hey, this car's registered to Mr. Pena." And, oh, what's that? You got guns on you? Oh, wow. These shells match the shells in that gun. They test the bullets. These bullets match the bullets from that gun.
It's you.
Bam.
It's you.
Check this shit out, guys. Pena, the first couple shootings, was disappointed in the results. So he told the guys to start shooting lower into the house and after 8 p.m. when they would be most likely laying down. So he was essentially saying
He's aiming for bed height.
he was essentially saying shoot to kill.
He was wanting to hit people in that.
Yeah, these are the 4 people that were targeted. Here's an example: the woman pointing to stuff.
Who shoots in a garage door?
This piece of shit, guys.
You shoot up a house, like it's not to.
Yeah,
I
but
think
garage
the idea is just
door-
to scare people. He's not supposed to actually like.
Oh, okay. So let's take it to the internet really quick. So his Twitter's still up. It's really great. It's at Solomon Peña 2022. Voting New Mexico says, "Oh, are you serious?" Wild, essentially trolling him on a post that he made earlier. And Solomon says, "Are you the fat ass whose door I knocked on and you ran me off?" It was by the zoo. Whoa. What's damaging America more? 40% of our people being obese, or people like you, or people like me who refuse to mask up and vaccinate?
I mean, like
Solomon comes for the neck.
He comes for the neck, dog.
So he's like, because I'm not
I remember
obese, I could shoot people up if I wanted to.
This is pretty good too.
Like you shoot up yourself with cholesterol every day.
Look at you shooting up those burgers, huh?
Check this out. So at Cali Colo Cali says state records show juries convicted Pena of 19 felonies, including burglary, larceny, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and receiving stolen property. He spent almost 7 years in prison. Pena, 39, isn't keen on talking about his criminal record, saying, quote, "I reserve the right." Now, Pena responded to that tweet, "You need to learn to read public records. It was 9 years and 3 days, and I spent the time studying. I think I read A Tale of Two Cities 5 times."
Oh, that's a horrible book.
Great
Get a
Great
new
book.
book.
Great
Get
book,
a new
bro.
book. It's the worst
I mean, it's
book.
a great book.
It was
but
the
why
best
would
of
you read it
times.
5 times. Do you
It was,
know
he
that
did it.
the author of that book, Dickens, right? He was paid by the word. That's why the books were so stupidly long. So what?
Very
did I read that 5
descriptive.
times?
But he's in jail, so he needs the description of the layout. Well, like that, it's a very descriptive book.
You idiot. I was there for 9 years, you dumbass.
Why isn't he reading like escape jail books, like Count of Monte
Right.
Cristo?
He read the most purposely inflated literature of all time 5 times.
Anyway, this piece of shit's going to go to jail for a long time. Probably attempted murder. And goodbye, bud.
Wow. Yeah. That's
I
That's the
remember
shooter again?
you. That's the two of them.
Yeah. Best buds.
Wow.
Weighing my options. One of my
What's
options.
happening here?
How about
That was just his
picture
tweet.
of
He
him
was
and
weighing
his
his.
boy, the picture of him and his Whataburger boy is hilarious.
His shooter.
I love this politics shit.
On our way to
Oh
Whataburger.
man.
Those guys are a couple of the dumbest criminals of all time.
Yeah.
So that's pretty embarrassing. You get out of prison and then you go back to prison by just trying to run a political campaign. But
He's gonna read A Tale of Two Cities like 15 times. With this
right, you
sentence.
lost your cool so hard you shot. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. All right, let's move on to some more unbelievable news. We got a serious problem going on in Colorado, guys. And I guess the winner, you know, I've been telling you, I've been bitching about the snow in Reno out west. It's just like constant snow all over the west. It goes into Colorado. It's raining in California, you know, and then it's just snowing everywhere east of that. Nevada, Colorado, everywhere. So I guess the winner is driving all the homeless indoors to smoke their meth inside, you know,
Makes
because you don't
sense.
want to do it in a cold like outdoor park.
Oh, you get
and that has
sick.
created it.
Yeah.
What's up?
You'd get sick.
Probably.
Putting that in your lungs while you're in the cold, you can't do that.
Catch your cold.
Yeah, it's too cold. Freebasing on top of being cold, that's tough on the lungs. Right. So, and that's created a situation where many of the public bathroom ventilation systems in the state of Colorado are under attack from the meth-laden fumes and residue that freebasing meth leaves behind. So these public buildings are just being inundated with meth smokers who do not want to smoke in the cold parks. So let's take it
That's an
to
awesome public library
local
to go
news
and just
station
get a little high.
KXCO for the details. What's that, Mark?
It'd be cool, like you're walking around the public library and just catching some residual meth. That's not bad.
This is in Denver, Willie?
It's all over the state of Colorado, mostly around Denver, because that's where all of their
They
towns are.
have some of the best public library systems in the world. Denver's amazing.
Very accommodating, as we will find out now.
Real quick. Well, I know that I'm not one to talk because of my heavy breathing, but I think Procock's making Pat a heavy breather too. It sounds like he's breathing for a man right now, longing for a man with his deep breaths.
You think?
Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah,
I haven't.
Anyone else hear it?
Whoever does audio tonight, ISO the tracks and tell me who breathes the hardest.
Well, normally it's me, but tonight
It's not you.
It's me.
It's Wes.
Oh yeah,
Right,
the
my
nose
bad,
sounds.
Will.
The nose sounds. It's always Mark. Or sorry, not Mark. It's always.
Hey,
Wes or
I'm
Pat.
accepting I'm a heavy breather too. We're all pretty bad at it.
The nose sounds are always Wes or Pat. So let's take it to local news station KXCO for the details.
Just yesterday, Glenwood announced its library would now
guy's
be
nervous.
closed after they followed in Boulder's footsteps and tested their library for meth contamination.
Hard factor.
With more details.
First at the Boulder Library, then at a Boulder bus stop, now in the Inglewood Library. There's meth residue everywhere, especially in the bathroom.
Unfortunately, the thresholds were above where we thought they would be.
Victor Rochelle decided to
Of
test
zero?
the meth after library patrons reported that they couldn't even smell their own shits over the smell of the meth.
Our goal here is to provide a safe environment for families, for patrons, for staff. And in order to do that, we thought it would be in everyone's best interest to be proactive.
Guess what? After testing, not only the library, but most of the Civic Center needed to be closed for meth residue decontamination from homeless parties in the bathrooms, for the most part. The whole town has been devastated by these shitty tweakers who don't even consider the kids that may get a contact high coming into the stall after them.
We've seen an increase in drug use or heard about it from patrons. There might be smelling something in the air when they enter a restroom.
That smell? Methamphetamines. We asked one tweaker what he thought, and he said,
I like to get fucked up in the bathroom.
the library has also hired security, according to library director Christina Underhill.
We've seen a change in who comes into our library and the clientele around the area. It's really started to escalate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you have it.
that's one of the great reporting, by the way. One of the worst things about the Austin library is they'll just let anyone in. I mean, look.
That's any library, Wes.
Yeah, well, it's
Some of those guys aren't looking for books.
These
Pat.
public libraries
fucking-
aren't
they
exclusive
smell
of clubs
like
for
fucking
me.
goats, for Christ's sake.
I don't think all these guys have cards.
I don't think
pretty
they have
bad.
an email address. What email are you checking, sir?
Yeah,
It's pretty
He's
bad.
not going
I'm-
to return that book.
You heard the tweaker that they interviewed. He's not going to stop.
No, he's not stopping.
They shut this bathroom down. He's going to the next bathroom. So I'm also not sure what the anchor was confused about at the beginning of the clip. It was pretty straightforward. These meth heads are just partying in the Inglewood Civic Center bathrooms and everywhere else since it's been snowing for 2 months straight out west. So
That anchor was 11. Why wasn't he out doing the beat reporting?
I don't know.
I think
Right.
it was sound guy they threw in at the last second.
He's a relative of someone at the station.
Yeah.
But I mean, where are people going to have their meth parties? In the ice cold, snow covered park outside? No,
Can't
It's in
expect
the
them to do
public
that.
library. Yeah.
no. In the quiet, warm.
Dude, guys are
libraries.
jerking off on internet porn in the public
Yeah.
library.
Yeah,
Are they really?
Oh, public
yeah.
libraries have been a mess for a while. Austin has one of the nicest ones, and there's, like Wes said, homeless people everywhere in them.
So what's happening in Colorado is that basically I think homeless people are moving further and further out of Denver because this was in Boulder and then Inglewood where it's happening now. And they're not used to dealing with all the meth heads like, you know, a downtown area is. And so they're like, they don't know what to do because all their buildings are covered in meth.
I love it. They tested for meth. They're like, well, we're hoping to find absolutely, oh my God.
Right.
Like,
I mean, I'm
higher
pretty
than
sure,
we expected.
yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen a library in Reno before, and I'm pretty sure this is why.
Oh,
Because,
there's some meth in there.
yeah. And if we do have one, they hide it away from people who are going to use the bathroom.
It's a fake out. It's just for the homeless. Yeah.
Yeah. And just for fun, here's a real news clip from the BBC where somebody was pranking them. Take a listen.
Well, we'll find out shortly. We've an FA Cup winners only policy in the studio tonight. And I don't know who's making that noise, but so Alan Shearer is on the commentary gantry alongside Steve Bauer. Alan, it's toasty in this studio. It's a bit noisy as well. I don't know if someone is sending something on someone's phone. I think it's a joke. I don't know whether you heard it at home. But how's it on the gantry? A bit chilly?
Yeah, it's very cold. My ears are cold, so yours will be freezing up here, Gary.
Is that a girl squealing?
Yeah, it's porn. Yeah, it's porn.
I love it.
Yeah. So the guy just, the BBC has since apologized with an S since they're English. But here's what they said about it on their Instagram account. They said, the BBC has apologized after sexual noises interrupted live television coverage of the FA Cup. Ahead of the third round replay between Wolves and Liverpool, host Gary Lineker battled over the noises as he spoke to pundits Paul Ince and Danny Murphy. We apologize to any viewers offended during the live coverage of the football this evening, a statement from the BBC said. Lineker later shared a picture on his Twitter of a mobile phone that he said was found taped to the back of the set. So somebody pranked them by putting a mobile phone with porn noises, taped it to their set, and then set it off before the camera started rolling.
That's awesome.
Genius, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cheeky bastards.
Take that.
Yeah. Thanks to Charles and Simon C. for those gems.
Nice. All right, well, like a Chick-fil-A employee, it's my pleasure to serve you guys today. And I'm going to serve you up with a little tale of romance. Who doesn't love love? I'm a sucker for a good love story, right?
Me too.
Yeah,
Any kind.
Should, right?
Doesn't love love. And so is the subject of this one. Gemma Vasquez is a sucker for love. Now, she is out of Glasgow, Scotland, in the UK, right? Gemma actually did not find love in the traditional way. She didn't fall in love with and marry her high school or university, as they call it, sweetheart. She didn't meet someone at a bar or a park or on a dating app. She met the love of her life, who she recently married, via her Spanish teacher, and that man happened to be the Spanish teacher's mom. So way to go, Mom, getting your son a wife, Good work.
Yeah.
You following me? So now Gemma, she's 31. She lives in the UK, and her husband's also 31. But he lives 3,500 miles away in the U.S., in our home state of Virginia. So that obviously made dating challenging, as that's like really long distance. Like long
Over
distance
an ocean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's long. It's expensive. It's
Across the pond.
My cousin was dating his now wife, who was Turkish, and he would literally fly over there just to have sex with her. I mean, it was just conjugal visits basically to keep the relationship alive.
Well, of course. I mean, like, sex is one of the most important things of a relationship. So if you're not fucking on your 2 days together on an LDR, it's not going to last.
Would he stay there, or he just get in, get out?
It was. They were quick trips. They weren't like. I mean, it was like, hey, I got to see you.
all right. See you.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
They're
you
married
said-
now. Have kids.
I gotta go.
Well, see, they're married like this couple, and you said they were like conjugal visits. Well, what made matters more challenging for Gemma is that her now husband, Lionel Vasquez, was in prison and still is when she met him when he was in prison, and he's still in there. But hey, everyone deserves a second chance, and in 4 to 10 years, when Lionel will be out, right around the age of 40, they can have an entire life together if he stops raping women.
Sure.
Yeah. So Lionel's in prison for the abduction and first-degree rape of his ex-girlfriend back in 2013 that he pled guilty to. But look how cute he and Gemma are. I mean, come on.
Shut up.
Look how cute they are. That's him in his prison outfit. Gemma said that ever since she first met Lionel, and even to this day, she gets butterflies. There's just something about him that triggers almost like a fight or flight response in her body.
It's like I get nervous.
Or flight.
Yeah.
I never know what he's going to do next.
It's butterflies.
Spontaneous.
My body goes nuts when I'm around Lionel. It was just months into her Spanish lessons that Lionel's mom sensed extreme desperation on Gemma, or as she called it, amor enfermo. So she said, hey, my son's serving a 20-year stint for raping his last girlfriend, and he's single too. So would you like to meet him? And Gemma said yes, and the rest was history. Yeah, Gemma said she doesn't care about her husband's 2011 rape conviction because she's not marrying the past, and said love can blossom no matter who you are.
I'm not marrying the past.
Not marrying the past, right? And she said he just completes me. And boy, we hope she never crosses him.
Yeah. Right. When does he get out?
She'll end up like the
4
last
to 10 years. He's serving at 20, and he's about 9.5 years in.
So it must have been pretty bad to get 20 years for.
Well, when
your
you abduct and rape someone in the backseat of a car against their will and cause bodily harm to them and stuff, that's bad. And when you plead guilty to it. Lionel said of his 9-month romance that ended in marriage to Gemma last month, he said, "I will never forget that day Gemma messaged me. I had to reread her message about 10 times. I longed for someone to truly love me for who I am, but I thought, why would anyone want me? Because you see, when someone doesn't love me for who I am and does bad things to me, I get pretty angry. I hope Gemma is not like the others and really hope she doesn't do bad things to me because I love her so much that no one could possibly ever love her like me again, one way or the other." I don't know what that last part meant.
Pretty ominous.
Yeah, but it's kind of a romantic quote, I guess.
I mean, he loves fiercely, Mark. He loves passionately, intensely. Yeah,
he does. Gemma says she loves Lionel's smile and that they have the same taste in their love for 90s music and a very similar taste in favorite movies.
Because he hasn't seen any new ones in years.
That's right. It's like Braveheart, Titanic, probably Shawshank. They both love Sublime and Shawshank. It's crazy.
They're stuck in the 90s because he's in prison.
The couple plans to move to a Spanish-speaking country together once Gemma gets better at Spanish and after Lionel gets out in 4 to 10 years, plus the at least 1 year probation where he can't leave the country. After that, the world's their oyster, a.k.a. Ostra, as Gemma will find out when she's in a foreign country with this monster.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
She's not worried at all?
No. She said she claims both families are totally fine with it.
Dude, she's going to run as soon as he gets out.
Yeah.
I hope.
Look.
Maybe.
I think everyone
knows. He's a changed man.
Yeah, I mean, everyone deserves a second chance. It's just an interesting crime to fall in love with a guy from right off the bat. I think everyone knows my feelings on Andrew Tate and guys like him that push misogyny. Not a fan. But if I'm single and I'm reading this story, I'm not marching for women for a while. I'm at least skipping the next one, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna skip one. I'm gonna skip the next one. Because, what the fuck is she doing?
Because you're worried about this guy?
No, because this moron, this lady, meets a rapist in prison and chooses him over anyone in the UK or wherever. Like, are you kidding me? She fell in love with a rapist.
Oh, you're saying that misogyny, you think that moves you up a couple
I'm saying if you're a single guy, this is the stupidest story you've ever heard, if you're looking for love. And Gemma picked this guy who's in jail for abduction and rape.
Mark, it's the thing about it is, you've heard the old saying, treat them like dirt and they'll stick to you like mud. And
That's
I think
true.
that there's a whole lot of folks who are subscribing to that in 2023.
You know what else? I bet she's one of those people that really loves getting mail. And, he probably sends her a bunch of mail and she just loves getting mail. Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, he is romantic. He has 5 20-minute phone calls a day and he uses all 100 minutes on her. He doesn't even call anyone else. So,
man, it's funny you say that. I joined for journalistic purposes, a female inmate pen pal Facebook group recently.
I love it.
You guys want to see it?
Any good?
I do. Of course I want to see it.
Yeah, okay, let's tell it up because it's pretty good. And when Mark started telling the story, I opened it up to see what's going on.
Perfect.
So these ladies are all looking for pen pals, okay? I mean,
so you can write with them.
Yeah.
Can you send them dick pics? They probably get confiscated dick pics.
They definitely want dick
you
pics.
think they get? Do you think they get confiscated? Confiscated the dick pics?
Dude, I couldn't even get any sexy pictures when I was in rehab. There's no way they're sending.
There's just guys at these prisons just ripping up dick pics. Just
right. You're right. The guards. They're blocking.
I mean, pick after dick pic.
I mean, okay, so they want you to pay them effectively. It's like I think that's what it is.
Oh wait,
It's
pay
for
them
for
to
commissary.
write
Yeah, it's for commissary.
It's
Yeah.
commissary.
They say they want. Okay, what do you think's going on here? Okay, so
This is the best racket I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's,
Amazing.
it's
They're
okay.
doing OnlyFans from prison, basically.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
all right.
Yep.
Okay, so guys, this is what it says it about.
You are the
This
most
is-
pathetic loser if you are sending these women money.
Okay, hold on. Let me read you the
She
about.
might want to fuck me when she gets out in 10 years.
There's some
She's
guys
doing
that go to the
50
penis.
years.
A lot of penis rock guys
Oh,
are gonna have
God,
to resort
yeah.
to this though.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, this is women inmate pen pal, inmate pen pal connection, female inmates pen pals. Okay, this is a group for people who want to write, send cards, letters, etc. to girls and women in prison. Why not just women? Okay, anyway, we know that at prisons all around the world, people are struggling financially, get no mail, and not a lot of visits. Inmates need love too. We will post information for people in prison only in this group. Join us as we share love around the world to girls and women. Just women, guys. Just women. You don't need to say, okay. Let us know. Let them know that they are not alone. Brought to you by Women Inmate.
I sent
Okay.
you $12 for your commissary and 3 dick pics.
So, okay. So there are 25,000 people in this group.
How many guys quit?
Look at the girl
this
down there, though. I mean, she's probably getting a lot of. Are those recent media? Is
Yeah,
that
the girl with the
Yeah,
cat,
this is an
the
hour
cat
ago.
filter? Yeah,
Jesus.
look at her on the top.
Okay,
right
so
now.
Kirsten, 27, no kids. Taurus, her chirp number. So they got cell phone numbers?
chirp numbers?
What's chirp number, Wes?
It's got. I mean, it's got to be
you
like a
gotta chirp at her.
jail fucking ash.
It's like she's a pet at like a shelter.
Yeah.
Chirp number C435. Yeah.
She's in Clark County, Kentucky. Okay. Look. Is anyone looking for some pen pals with a little bit of a more colorful record? Both
No.
both girls
Bad girls.
both girls use JPay, and one of them is a killer. Let's see.
We've got to sponsor one of these killers.
Okay. Well, should we sponsor?
Get her to leave voicemails weekly.
Oh.
Yes.
Maybe not a killer.
So
Yeah,
why,
well,
so why do
why
you?
not?
So,
Go
so,
for the
so this
gusto.
is Natasha Ellis right here. You guys see Natasha Ellis at the top? Natasha Ellis was 15 years old when she planned with a 13-year-old friend to murder the friend's mother, according to documents.
That's
Natasha
not
Ellis fatally stabbed the woman.
I don't want to talk to that psycho.
Yes, you want to talk to an adolescent
No,
murderer? I'm not
no,
sure.
no.
I'm not
No,
sure.
she's
we
an
need someone
adult
that's in there
now.
for life with no chance of parole.
She's 18 now. Okay, well, let's see what this.
Yeah,
this
we don't want to meet up with her ever.
No, we don't
Hey,
want her to
remember
meet up
how we
with-
used to communicate?
Yeah, I don't know if the murderer
Make fun of
route's
you on
the
our
best
show.
one to go. Maybe you go with somebody that's any less of a crime. You know.
Oh God, Cassie Bejors was 17 years old along with her 18-year-old boyfriend Johnny Ryder when they murdered her grandparents. That's the second one right there.
Jeez.
That's
Also
okay.
not interested in
that's
talking
this
to her.
one. Okay, all right, let's keep going. Let's keep
you're gonna
scrolling.
get some.
Right, you're right. No murderers.
What
That's going to
Okay,
be an intense
I'm getting
conversation.
disturbed.
Plus, you're sort
Yeah.
of opening the door, right?
What about Allie Haybeck?
Is that
Or
is that a nose tattoo going vertical on the nose?
Uh-huh.
Chinese
Okay.
symbols
Let's
in
keep
the
going.
nose.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
A lot of cuties.
She doesn't have anything interesting to
Want
say.
to chat?
Posting for my sister. This is
Posting for my sister.
This is DeQuanja White. She's 33. She's looking for friends or maybe something more. Her address is prison, Tallahassee, Florida.
Right.
Go back up.
There was a girl showing off her ass.
Yeah, right
Look at
there.
that girl.
Okay, my baby girl needs pen pals. Jessica Thomas, chirp number. She was incarcerated at Jackson County Detention Center.
What?
It doesn't say.
Man, you got to tell us what you're incarcerated for.
We
if
can
you
look it
want
up.
to chat.
Pat can get into the laws.
I can. Okay, Brian Carter says, "Damn girl, send some pics."
Dude, some of these. Look at all these guys are showing to it. Hello.
I'm Greg. Nice to meet you.
They look like two different people.
Chirping is the CPC product name for inmate texting. So it's a text system for inmates.
Look at these two cuties.
The first
right?
text they always get is, "Hey, can I send you a dick pic?"
Yeah.
Right.
What are these girls?
How much
Hey,
is a
can
dick
you get
pic?
pictures on that phone?
What do you want for commissary? Here's my dick next to Coca-Cola. Here's my dick next to chip bag. Here's
my dick.
This is what you're going to buy with it.
Okay, so if you want to hear more about this, join our Patreon because this is what the Hive Hour is going to be.
Yeah, we're going to deep dive. We're going to pick one and we're going to start communicating with one. Oh,
Yep,
what's
so
that?
if-
What's I like her.
That's Heather Speakman, number
speaking to me.
W.
Heather Speakman. Heather's
What about it? Is the normal photos?
Yeah, I'm getting a good vibe from Heather.
She's best a fall picture with a pumpkin.
Yeah, I bet
Look, she's outside.
You can have some beers with Heather.
She'll be sensible.
Dude, Brian Carter can't stop. Brian Carter's on every single one of these throwing his comments.
Oh, hey, girls, it's me, Brian.
We got to see if Brian is.
Oh, dude, he loves
How is that not a pit bull?
Brian. Oh, there's the real Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, God, Brian.
Oh, that's our competition.
All right. Well, we got to compete with Brian to see if we can get one of these girls to pen pal.
Let's bring up the wheel. More to come on Chirp. Jail
Yeah.
Chirp.
So if you want to listen to us break down and start communicating with a female pen pal inmate, all you got to do is join our Patreon, and that is pop the clutch tier and above, and you'll get the Hive Hour weekly,
right.
which we'll be talking about.
Got
that
new
this
golden
week.
got the new golden elbow for the big time supporters. And if you want to join the Discord, we got a Discord only lower dollar option. Go check it out. Patreon.com/hardfactor. Let's spin that wheel.
Hang on 1 second. My internet's being weird. I got it though.
Oh, this is so weird. Because I'm in the group, the only connection I have to Brian Carter is I just see Brian Carter's comments, and he is commenting.
I'm coming through the room, turn the bass up. Y'all been sleeping on me, better wake up. Put your flag hat on, do your makeup.
Space off again.
I'll have your coffee for you tomorrow.
Will's got the coffee, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great fucking day.
Oh yeah. Oh
Will
shit.
won. Will and Pat tied for best meal. Only 5% didn't want to know
11%.
dessert.
That's because
Five-
nobody knows what blue crabs and the greatness they are.
Nachos and margaritas. Come on. Anyways, we have a great fucking day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.